So if you're just getting into the world of coding, you're going to hear these three letters all the time, IDE. People call it a programmer's best friend, but what does that really even mean? Well, let's break down why this one tool is an absolute game changer for anyone who writes code.
Okay, think about this for a second. Have you ever tried to write, like, a 10-page essay without spell check? You know that feeling? That constant worry that a tiny typo is hiding somewhere in there? It's just slow and super stressful. Now imagine that feeling, but with hundreds or even thousands of lines of code, where just one comma in the wrong place can bring the entire thing crashing down. Yeah, that's the problem an IDE is built to solve.
You've really got two ways to go about it. On one side, you have the hard way, just a plain, simple text editor. It's basically a blank page with zero safety nets. A tiny mistake, you're on your own to find it. But on the other side, you've got the smart way. A tool that's kind of like your partner, you know? It's highlighting mistakes as you make them, giving you suggestions, a lot like how Microsoft Word helps you out when you're writing.
And that, right there, is the whole idea behind an IDE, an integrated development environment. It's the programmer's version of that smart editor, a powerful piece of software designed specifically to help you write cleaner code way faster and with a whole lot fewer headaches. So what does that big fancy name, integrated development environment, actually mean? Well, it's just a single app that bundles all the tools a programmer needs. The keyword here is integrated. It means you don't have to jump between a separate program to write your code, another one to run it, and yet another one to fix it. It's all right there in one place. Here's another way to think about it. An IDE is like your own personal coding lab. The editor is your whiteboard, where you sketch out all your ideas. Then, the compiler is the engine that takes your notes and turns them into something the computer can actually understand. And the output window, that's where you see if your experiment worked, instantly. It's this complete feedback loop, all inside one program.
So what are the actual tools inside this developer's toolkit? Let's do a quick tour of the core parts that make an IDE so incredibly useful.
Okay, so at the heart of every IDE, you've got these core pieces working together. It all starts in the code editor. That's where you type. But it's got a superpower, syntax highlighting, which uses different colors to make your code way easier to read at a glance. Now, when something inevitably breaks, the debugger is like your detective, helping you hunt down that one little bug. The compiler then takes your code and runs it, and you see what happened in the output window. And to keep all this from being a total mess, the File Explorer keeps all your project files nice and organized. See how it all just works together?
All right, enough with the theory. Let's see what these things look like in the real world. We're going to focus on IDEs for Python, which is one of the most popular languages out there. And you'll see there are tools for literally everyone, from total beginners to absolute pros.
The world of Python has an IDE for pretty much anything you want to do. If you're just starting, something like idle, which actually comes with Python, or Thonny are perfect because they're super simple. As you get more comfortable, you might jump to a do-it-all powerhouse like VS Code. For really big professional projects, PyCharm is the beast. And then you have the specialists, like Jupyter and Spider, which are amazing for people working with data and scientific research.
Okay, that is a lot of options. So, how in the world do you pick the right one to get started? Let's make this decision a little bit easier.
You know, the key thing to see here is the balance. As you just saw, there are fantastic, dedicated tools whether you're a beginner, a data scientist, or a pro developer. The point isn't that one is better than the others. It's that no matter what your goal is, there's a tool out there designed to help you get there. Honestly, you can't really make a wrong choice when you're just starting out.
So, let's wrap this all up. What do you need to remember? First, an IDE is your all-in-one toolkit. It's there to make you a faster, better, and less frustrated coder. Second, if you're starting with Python, just pick one of the beginner-friendly ones like idle or Thonny. You can always switch later. And finally, and this is the most important part, the best IDE doesn't exist. The best one is just the one that works for you right now.
At the end of the day, an IDE is way more than just a piece of software. It's your workshop, your lab, your canvas. It's the place where your ideas are going to come to life. Picking one is your first real step into the world of programming. So, your first IDE is waiting for you. Which one are you going to choose to start building your future?